Hey, what's up everybody? Today we're doing my review commentary for my 30th review, which was for Insidious. Let's do it in 3, 2, 1. So, I feel like this was a very important time for my video making process because this is when it really started to feel like I had a rhythm, a formula, and I was in a good place to where I could pump out content on a regular basis. And we got the new movie intro. You Thunder! Where basically I'm taking the icon from every one of my reviews and putting them all in like some kind of on rails opening. And I think that's the first time I did that, where it was like, okay, cover, title, insert creepy music, or a relatable, important song.
The name is Juan. James Juan.
Thank you. I needed to make fun of the fact that that was a terrible joke. And the green screen is unwatchable right now. I feel like I'm doing a movie I actually really like dirty, because I do love Insidious. I think it's a great movie.
And rarely ever do horror movies ever actually live up to the...
Unfortunately, the series kind of turned into one of those Halloween of the year kind of movies. You know, any franchises that have like 5 or 6 entries, even if I like the majority of them, it really starts to like wane me out on like going to see new ones. I don't even know how many Insidious movies there are now. I know I tried to review the first 3 back when it was just 3. It was this Halloween marathon we were having. And then I think there's been like 1 or 2 more since then. There's the fucking Insidious key thing. And it's The Conjuring is having its own movie universe. They're just pumping out too many of these. I feel like every cool horror movie that fucking Blumhouse is just creating this utopia empire of cheap horror movies that some happen to do really well.
Just eating a fucking cupcake. I'm being completely serious. Yes. Yes. I want all the money these 3 movies made, and it should all just go directly into that guy's bank account. Please. Please? I want another thing. This movie did
it just sounds like I'm reading off a script really badly.
I said it. Get over it. But jump scares are such bullshit. Whoa.
And I can tell by the way I'm talking that I'm trying to be quiet, because that's what I had to be quiet in my old house that I lived in, whereas now I can be audible enough to where I also kind of just don't give a shit anymore. I feel like that's a big part of it.
And then it's like, it turns out that the scary thing that we were panning towards is probably just like the character's friend.
I don't know why the green, like, sometimes the green screen it would look normal, and then after the video rendered it just looked awful. You know, most of the time I would just re-render the whole thing, which is a tedious process because I have to click on each individual clip and fuck with the green screen on every single piece. But it's worked before, it's also not worked before. Clearly this time it either didn't work or I got lazy and just uploaded it anyway. And I'm really excited for when I am actually on an somewhat knowledgeable camera. This one camera didn't have focus, it didn't have any of the fancy things. It was just a camera. And at least it didn't film in like 20-minute intervals like the Nikons will make you do, but it's well worth it to get that quality footage.
That scared me were jump scares. And in Insidious, the jump scares are great because they don't just fucking honey dick you with a fucking.
Did I just use the word honey dick without
everything calms down right after
any sort of comedic tone in my voice?
Scared. It'll show a demon or a ghost, but they don't just walk away or just.
I feel like I'm ruining this actual kind of insightful thing I tried to write for Insidious, but my delivery and the
logo of this movie on the title
and the green screen are like upsetting me to the point that
right there
it's
just completely
unwatchable.
describes the sound of this movie. It's just in your face. Boom! Let me just show you.
Insidious. Yeah, the sound editing is super important for a horror movie, and I feel like Insidious is a great example of like
It's a movie that lives to
how
keep you
it
scared
can
when
like
you're
break or
awake.
make
And
a
I think
film.
That's why it's a good movie. That's why I like it. Why do I like it? Because it tried, and it didn't even have that superb of an idea for a story.
Like
It's
Insidious
wasn't
easily could have been a shitty ass
Bad
movie. It
did what
easily
mattered
could have
the
been.
most, and that is
Without like
excellence.
certain people behind the scenes just putting in the right amount of
Know what
work,
I'm talking about. The ending. That was something.
easily could have been a bad
You
movie.
don't watch the movie to figure out what I'm talking about. That ending. I thought, just watch the movie. And with that all being said, I give Insidious a 4 out of 5. And the sole badge of a
Yeah,
review.
visually
Don't
this
forget
was
to
not a
subscribe
good
to the
review.
channel. Stick around for the credits where I have a link
And I
to
know
my
I filmed
spoiler
my
talk.
other
All
Insidious
that
review
being said,
alongside
I
this,
wish you all
so
wonderful days.
that might look shitty too.
It's not the house that's
And then
haunted.
that's the next review right after this one. Shout out to Sean Turner.
For years, or
Still
if you live
doing
in
it.
Australia for months. You've bring us top-notch quality entertainment from House of Cards to Orange is the New Black to the Marvel
Yep.
properties. So what other movies do you have for me to enjoy?
I remember this joke. I remember when I was editing this, I was like, I have to get this entire joke, this whole bit in here.
Might have spoken a bit too soon there.
Was Once, shout out to that song. Soul Music, man. Just got a lot of underrated songs on there. Anyway, there is a spoiler talk that I made for this review, so if you ever wanted to know my spoiler, more raw opinion on the film, that might be more easy to watch for me nowadays than this. Anyway, that was my review commentary for Insidious. I'm almost a third of the way through these, so I'm just going to keep on trucking. Anyway, I'll see you in the next one, and until next time, with that, I leave you.